What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jacob, Pick Management, here with Betting Royalty, the Prince of Picks, Payam, back for another NBA Betting Insiders. We are off another winning night, 8-6. Not the best night, but still up a couple of units. You can't ask for more than that. We have another day of best bets for you, but before that, we're going to check in with Payam and see how he's doing today. So, Payam, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Jacob? Man, I gotta be honest. I'm on a bit of an emotional high right now. I just got done watching my Iranian team take on Japan in the Asian Cup, and we beat them. That was one of the biggest upsets in our Iranian history. That's probably the biggest win in the last 10 years that we've had. So, riding the high right now. Going on about 3-4 hours sleep. But I'm ready to grind it out, man. That's what we do. So. In terms of NBA last night, they went 5-4, so another winning night, and that puts me at 51-22 over the last 2 weeks. So I'll take
Killer
it.
run.
I'll take it, man. Hell yeah! If y'all been tailing, you guys have been making all this money too. So ready to get into it tonight. It's a light slate of games tonight. I got a few bets, and I'll be honest, this is one of the more difficult nights for me in terms of finding some bets that I really like. There's just a lot of game time decisions for a lot of players, a lot of star players in and out. You don't know who's playing, who's not. And the matchups are kind of tough. So I was able to find a few that I'm definitely going to be placing a wager on. So we'll cover those here on the show here. You guys can tail those. But yeah, this is definitely one of the trickier nights in the league. But I'm still looking forward to get into it. So.
I was thinking the same thing as I was looking at this slate, and one of the smartest things a bettor can do is pass. You know what I mean? Don't force a bet if it's not, your best slate. If you don't see anything you like, then take the afternoon off, take the night off, go do something else. But, don't force a bet if you don't have to, and you should actually never have to. But, I'm in the same boat. I only have like 4 bets for tonight. I dug deep to find some of these, so we can just jump right into it if you want to start with your Saturday best bets.
Yeah, sure. All right, so let's do it. So first up, we're going to go to a 7:30 p.m. Eastern tip where the Atlanta Hawks are going to be hosting the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors game total overs for Warriors games are hitting 77% on all back-to-backs. So let me say that in a more clear way. When the Warriors play a back-to-back, the overs in their games hit 77% of the time. Okay. Meanwhile, the Hawks, same thing. When they're on a back-to-back, their game total overs hit 62% of the time. So both teams here, it seems like back-to-backs don't really affect them in terms of the overs. And also their last matchup hit 246. They played each other, I think it was about a couple weeks ago, I want to say. And another thing, the Hawks, they average just 102 points per game in their last 2 back-to-backs. So that's 4 games total. Offensively, it does seem like they themselves have been struggling a little bit on back-to-backs. So for that reason, I'm actually going to take the game total under 247.5 for this one. I think with both of them being on a back-to-back, with the Warriors being an older team, traveling is involved there. Atlanta coming off a fast-paced game with the Phoenix Suns. I could see the potential here for some fatigue to set in here. So I'm actually going to take the under 247.5. That's all I got for that one. Do you have anything?
I do. I am on the other side of this.
Okay.
So I see you probably bought it up a couple points because it's currently at 244.5. I actually bought it down a couple points, and I'm
Okay.
taking the over.
So real quick, just so everyone knows, I always do my research the night before. So this was actually what it was at last night. So this was what the line was at 247.5.
Yeah. So right now you would have to buy that right now, but I mean
Okay.
it's not bad, like 160.
Sure.
Yeah, so I'm on the other side of it, though. A couple of reasons why. Actually, a lot of the reasons you hit on are the reasons why I am on the over.
Yeah.
Second night of a back-to-back for Golden State. They are 6-2 to the over. Atlanta is 5-3 to the over on the second night of a back-to-back. 15-9 to the over at home, just for Atlanta overall. We've also seen Golden State hit the over in 26 out of their 42 out of. All right, there's 42 times this has happened. Teams that they are playing that allow more than 102 points per game, they are 26-16 to the over. So let me say that again. When playing teams who allow more than 102 points per game, Golden State is 26-16 to the over. Yeah, that sounds better the second time around. couple other things here. Atlanta has hit the over in 4 out of their last 5 games, and they've also hit in 4 out of the last 5 games against Golden State. They've also hit the over, and then Golden State has hit the over in 10 out of their last 14 games overall. So a lot of things, I think in our favor for hitting the over here. So that is why I'm going to be on the over 243.
You know what? I got to make a correction here. I think I wrote this down wrong because I'm looking at my notes and it doesn't make sense to what I wrote. So we're going to take the over as well.
All right.
Yeah, I'm on the over. Yeah, I might have made a mistake there. It doesn't make sense according to everything else I wrote down. So I'm on the over. So forget what I said before. Sorry about that, guys. Scratch the under. I'm on the over here with Jacob. 247.5 is what my line is at. So that's what I'm going to take it at. So yeah, that's going to be my official bet. Game total over.
So if you want to take it at 247.5, you would now get plus money on it. So
okay, no, I'll take it at whatever. Since it's gone down, I'll take. You said 244.5.
Yeah, 244.5 is at minus 105.
Okay, that's what I'll take it at then. That's
all
right.
Right.
But yep,
not a problem.
Yep. Okay, cool. Next up, we're gonna go to an 8 p.m. Eastern tip, where the Sacramento Kings are gonna travel to my city of Chicago here and take on my Bulls. Chicago, they're currently 7-2 ATS. With 2 days off, with 2 days rest. Meanwhile, Sacramento, they're just 1-5 ATS on back-to-backs this season. Another stat here, the Sacramento Kings, this is their 6th game of a 7-game East Coast road trip here. And, they just played a fast-paced game versus the Pacers last night. So, a lot of times when you play that kind of a up-and-down game, it's hard to get up the next day and go travel, to another city and expect to have the same kind of production. So, I know they're coming off a win against the Pacers. That was a pretty good win for them, but I just don't like their spot here against the Bulls. I think the Bulls being rested at home, I like them to win this one outright. So I'm actually going to take the Chicago Bulls here, money line, minus 125. Did you have anything for this one?
I do. I am going to be on the other side of this. I'm on the
cool.
Kings +3 here.
All right.
It's almost a battle, but not so much because we have a little different, right?
Plus that you're not on the money line. Okay.
Right. So I'm going to take Kings +3. I was thinking about taking them on the money line, honestly, but the Kings have kind of just dominated the Bulls lately. 9-3 straight up their last 12 against the Bulls. They're 4-1 straight up on the road right now. They're on a good run. They're 6-3 against the spread. The last 9 versus the Eastern Conference. They're 5-0 straight up to start the. They're 5-0 straight up in the last 5 games in February. But a couple of things. I just think that even though the Bulls are coming off a couple of days rest here, they're only like 20-18 on the second. Yeah, 20-18-2 on the after a day off. And I get that the Kings are not that good on a back-to-back, but on this long road trip, I think, they've been playing great, winners of 4 out of the last 5 overall. And I like them to honestly get a W here, but I want a little insurance as I think this will be a close game. And I'm going to take the Kings +3 since they've owned the Bulls lately. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, that'll be like a half challenge for us.
Yeah.
Not a full one. So, all right. And then the final game for me tonight, this is the one I probably feel the most confident about. 8:30 p.m. Eastern tip. Milwaukee Bucks are heading to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. Injury report for this one: Derek Lively, Derek Jones Jr., Kyrie. All of the 3 of them are doubtful to play. But it looks like Luka is going to go. I didn't see him on the injury report. Both teams here bottom 10 defensively. The Bucks they just gave up 119 to the lowest scoring team in the league at Portland. So again, this Milwaukee team, you just cannot trust your defense. No matter who's coaching them, Doc Rivers isn't going to be able to do anything any differently than what Adrian Griffin did for this Bucks team defensively. And if he does, it's going to take some time. But side note, I think Doc Rivers is one of the most overrated coaches in the last 10 years. If you look at his track record, I mean, what has he done? He won 1 championship with 3 future Hall of Famers in Boston. And ever since then, he's been heralded as one of the best coaches of all time. And I don't understand it. He didn't do anything in Orlando. He didn't do anything with the Clippers. And he didn't do anything with Philadelphia. And now all of a sudden, he's supposed to do something with Milwaukee midseason. Oh, and by the way, he's already built in excuses. The first thing he says in his first press conference with the Bucks is, I wouldn't wish this on anyone. Well, guess what? I'm turning this probably 100,000 college coaches and high school coaches who would love to be in your position. And you took the money. You knew what you were doing when you signed that contract. Nobody forced you to do it. So he's already making excuses for when the shit hits the fan here. And then he can say, oh, see, I told you guys it wasn't going to work. So anyway, side note, about Doc Rivers, but I don't trust him. Never have, never will. Won't trust any of his teams. This team sucks defensively. So I will take, however, Dallas is just as bad defensively. So I'm going to take the Bucks team total over 125.5. I'm going to stay away from the Mavs team total just because there's some significant injuries there, outside of Luka that probably aren't going to play. Most importantly being Kyrie. So I'll stay away from the Mavs team total. However, I will be taking Luka over 38.5 points. It's a huge number. I love it. I think he's in an absolute smash spot against this soft ass Milwaukee defense. And I'm also going to take Luka over 3.5 threes at minus 110. Again, I think he's going to go off tonight. For the Milwaukee side of things, I like Giannis points and rebounds over 45.5. Got that at minus 120. I don't see anybody who's going to be able to pose any type of resistance to him whatsoever on this Milwaukee team. With Derek Lively being out, he was really their only option. Defensively, Grant Williams is going to try to be a fake tough guy that he always tries to be, but good luck with that against Giannis. He's going to have to flop his way into some technical fouls here. So, and then Brook Lopez rebounds over 5.5. I think that's a small number. That's probably my favorite bet of the night. Brook Lopez over 5.5 rebounds. That's at minus 135. I just think with the Dallas lacking size in this one, he's in a really good spot to do that. So that's gonna do it for me for tonight. Jacob, what else did you have for everyone?
Yeah, so I don't have anything on that game, but I have two more picks. I'm going to go to we're going back to actually an early start, 6 o'clock. I'm going to take the Sixers money line here at home. I get no Embiid, but everyone else on the team is healthy right now, and the Nets are just not very good. And I think that an Embiidless Sixers team is still better than a healthy Nets team. The Nets still have an injury bug. Finney Smith, Smith Jr. questionable. Smith out as of yesterday. Brooklyn off a couple of days rest, but so is Philly, and I get Philly's lost 4 out of 5. But I just at home 16-7 against the spread, 15-6 against the spread as a home favorite. And they're just really, the Nets are just that bad that even without Embiid, I think that Maxey and the rest of the squad can take down a Nets team, at least just get the win. You know what I mean? 165. So that's pretty much it for the analysis on that one for me. Did you have a read on that game? Anything?
Yeah, you know what? Tyrese Maxey is playing with his hair on fire. I mean, he's coming off of a 50-point night the other night. Who did they play? I can't remember where they played, but Utah. So he's coming off a 50-point night against Utah. And yeah, I mean, he's playing like one of the best point guards in the league right now. So you can never go wrong backing him. So I'm with you on that.
All right. And then my last play is going to be on the Cavs team total over 119.5. They're playing the Spurs, who are on a back-to-back. I think the Cavs are on a back-to-back too. Are they? Hold on, let me do a double check that. No, they're off a day's rest. So San Antonio lost last night 114-113 to the Pelicans. They lost, what is this? This is now fourth game and fifth nights for them. They have been on a long homestand. This is their sixth home game in a row. But I still like Cleveland here. Cleveland has been playing better, 13-9 against the spread on the road, 23-16 off of a day off, while the Spurs are 3-4 on a back-to-back. So the spread's a little steep at 10.5 for me, but I think because the Spurs played last night and the Cavs have been playing better offensively, that I think we see them be able to hit their team total here. It's been a few games since they actually have eclipsed that number. And San Antonio hasn't really let it up that much either, but they haven't been playing the best teams, like offensively. Portland, Minnesota, Washington, Orlando, and New Orleans, not the greatest offensive team, not the worst, but, I think that this Cavs team is better offensively than who they have been playing, and because of that, I like their team total over. You got anything else for this one?
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, Donovan Mitchell's been playing like an all-star. I mean, he's been playing fantastic this season. He's on the heater right now. And I think Wembanyama's going to struggle with this big front line of Cleveland. They got two twin towers down there that's going to be imposing their will against Wemby. So, for those reasons, yep, I'm with you. I think Cleveland's in a great spot tonight.
Cool. You want to recap your plays?
Yeah. So for me tonight, I'm going to go Warriors-Hawks game total over 244.5. I'm also going to be taking the Bulls money line at home against the Kings. I'm also going to be on Milwaukee Bucks team total over 125.5. I'm going to take Luka over 38.5 points. Luka over 3.5 threes. I'm also going to be on Giannis over 45.5 points and rebounds. And then I'm also going to be taking Brook Lopez over 5.5 rebounds.
Awesome. I'm going to be on Golden State Atlanta over 243, the Kings +3, Sixers money line, and Cavs team total over 119.5. Why don't you let the people know where they can find you, Payam?
Yep, absolutely. You guys can follow me on X and TikTok at PrincePix10. Always make sure you guys stay connected to those socials, as I'll be posting any future bets or any additional bets here based on any injury reports that come out. If anyone gets cleared or gets added, I'll add some extra bets there for you guys. So make sure you guys stay tuned to those.
Awesome. And you can find me weekdays, Monday through Friday, on Driving the Line at 10 a.m. live right here on YouTube. Starting this Monday, I'll also be on Ball is Life Bets and their Cook It and Book It podcast, as well as having my own channel in their big Discord server and all that good stuff. The Pick Management Podcast Network is growing. We are taking off. And we are so happy to have you guys here. Make sure to like and subscribe. Sign up for the Discord. It's free to join. You get bonus videos from me and Payam and Ash, and we have some other great people in there. So yeah, make sure to follow us on all socials. And I am Jacob at Pick Management for the NBA Betting Insiders. We will see you later.
It's all mathematics. Mighty most deaf. It's simple mathematics.